Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We do have an update today, and typically we have the block count at the end of our videos, but today we're going to start with it. And we're starting off with 1.5 million blocks mined. So we hit our goal. That's the goal that we wanted. We wanted to hit 1.5 and then reevaluate, kind of get back to things and see what we want to build or what are the things that we want to add to our world. So we're there, we're at the 1.5. And you can kind of see the other stats in there, but we did hit 13.5 million blocks traveled. And now we got to move all of our ores from the level 7 mine where we've been mining, and we're going to bring them all to the castle because that's where we have all the other ores that we've been stockpiling. They're all there. So we're going to put them all together and we're going to see how much we have just so we can kind of game plan how long it might take or just to kind of get things together. And as we're running these back and forth to the castle, we're going to talk a little bit. We've been gone for a little bit. We haven't posted in a few weeks. So, what we've been up to is we really grinded hard for that 1.5 million blocks mine. So we did take a little bit of a break. We've been kind of walking around the mine down there to kind of see what we're going to do next and how to connect everything together, because that's the ultimate goal, is to be able to connect everything and that we never really have to run in open space or we never have to kind of figure out where things are. They're all connected through tunnels, and that's just something that I've always kind of thought about with this type of build and just continuously building things and adding on here, adding on there. And, there's a lot of work to be done here in this area. It's pretty flat. We do have the castle there, so, that does stick up a lot, but we are going to be mining the Redstone bridge up, so that's not going to be there anymore. We're going to replace it with an andesite bridge, and I don't know if we're going to go that way or we're going to go up over the hill. So we're going to try to really figure out what the best way to go based on where the snow is. We might take a little bit of a, what do you call it? Like an adventure one of these days and just go off in one direction just to see what way would be best, because we already found out that we are surrounded by, and we already know it's difficult to build in the snow and ice. So we're going to take a little bit of a break from that, but we are filling up a lot of these ores on screen. The coal there went to the second double. Lapis, we don't have a terrible amount of lapis, but you typically get a lot of lapis per mine anyway, so I'm not too concerned about that. But we do have the redstone there. I'm super pumped about that. And I think this is the last trip that we're going to be making back to. So we'll touch back what we were talking about. The redstone bridge, we're going to mine that up. We got to find out which way we're going to do the bridge. We're going to have something underground. Again, like I said, with the railroads. And then with the mines that we have, the level 7 mine and the level 13 mine. The level 13 mine was the amethyst storage that I did. And then the level 7 is obviously the andesite and granite. Or no, I'm sorry, this one that we're in right now, it's the diorite and granite mine down here. So, there's a few different things that we want to connect. We did end up making that tunnel to the opening where we're going to make the emerald, basically the Emerald City mine center. So we'll do that. But these are just a couple different projects that I wanted to talk on today. As like I said, we haven't had a video out in a little while, and I still wanted to kind of show you guys that we are doing things a little bit here and a little bit there. But with how much we did mine, we didn't get burnt out, but it definitely took a lot out of us. And I'm definitely excited to see where our builds go from here, because, they can only go up. And this is the last inventory here, so we'll be able to see how much of every ore we have. So this is our copper. We don't really have a lot of different uses for copper right now. We have plenty of it in the storage, but for diamonds there, we did end up filling a full row. Gold, not too bad on gold. You get the iron, almost 2 full double chests of iron. Got the full double chest of redstone and a half here. Lapis, like I said, not too much, but it definitely still amounts to a lot. Full double chest, a couple lines there. And then the copper we just looked at. So, we got a lot to mine, but that'll be fine. There is one more thing we need to get into, and that is consolidating a lot of the other double chests in the storage here. So let's get into our main storage here. And we're going to start with iron, I believe. So we're going to take this out, and all we're doing is basically condensing them into blocks. so that as we're mining, and we do have to smelt the iron. So we're going to mine and smelt the iron, and then we want to make sure we have space in the storage so that we don't really have to take too much of a break with whatever thing we got to do. So we're going to be condensing this and then everything else that we do. So we got the diamonds, the gold, coal. Actually, the coal we're going to put into the furnaces in the furnace room. So there's not a whole lot of coal that we're going to condense. We already got a few blocks of them from when we did a little bit of testing with the full double chest of the ores. So we just got one more line here of the iron, and then we'll drop down into the coal. You can see we have 3 rows, but we're going to add them to the smelters. And these blocks here, we're just going to keep them condensed for now because we do have a lot of coal coming in. Redstone, we don't have anything in redstone that we need to condense because we've done that already. Copper, we got copper blocks. We're going to leave those there. In the bottom, we have the raw copper. We haven't really touched much of that yet. But we do have the ingots here. We're going to get a lot more eventually. So we're just going to leave those for now. But let's see. We got gold. We got 3 rows of gold. I love the gold blocks, the way the gold blocks look. There's just something about them. I wish we did get more gold when we mine, but predominantly it's mostly iron and coal, which is fine. You know, we got to just go with it. The more we mine, the more gold we'll get. So it is what it is at this point. But, you know, as we're making these, you're kind of thinking, like, you look at the blocks and we got almost 3 stacks of gold blocks. And can we build something with that? Or can we make something? And can we add some type of aesthetic to the castle? Or is there something in the castle that we can kind of make gold? So as we're condensing these and making these into the double chest that they are, we're trying to think of other ways that we can use them as well and not just maybe sell them to villagers. For our lapis, they're already in blocks. Perfect, ready to go. Then we'll go down. Obviously, the emeralds, I love opening it, but we're going to leave those for now. And then for diamonds, I don't think we really need to condense these diamonds, but we're going to anyway because I love looking at diamond blocks. Who doesn't? So we're going to get these all condensed up, make sure we have ample room. I believe it's a 1-to-3 ratio when you're mining the diamond ores. So if we have a full row of diamond ores, we'll get 3 rows of diamonds, essentially. It's not exact, but it's essentially what we can expect. So we should get close to, because we have the deep slate ores on the bottom over there. So we should maybe get 5 rows of diamonds, which would be awesome if we can actually get that many. It'd be a great addition to the collection. You know, we're not really making many diamond tools and we're not doing too much with the diamonds, but in the long run, it'll just be sweet to have all those. So what we're doing here is we're just taking all the coal and we're going to basically make sure that all of our furnaces are full to the top before we get started with mining, because we don't want to go back and forth with, oh, this one's empty or this one didn't work because it didn't have coal in it. So we're taking the half stack of coal blocks that we had there and we'll go right in here and we'll start adding to it. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video, but we'll see you in the next one. The next one will be us mining the ores. Take care.